my name is Maria, and I am going to present a theoretical model for the use of digital therapeutics and digital twin as an approach to improve women's mental health. Mental health differences between women and men are well established. Women face higher rates of anxiety, depression, and stress-related disorder, particularly during periods such as menstruation, pregnancy, postpartum, or menopause. But there are differences not only in prevalence but also in symptom expression. For example, women tend to express internalizing symptoms like rumination more often than men. Sociocultural factors also play a central role. Economic vulnerability, trauma exposure, gender-based roles, and coping differences increase the emotional burden among women. And despite this evidence, most mental health interventions remains gender neutral, overlooking key sex and gender variables and leading to less effective treatment. In this context, digital therapeutics offer a novel approach to delivering personalized care. Digital therapeutics are software-based intervention designed to prevent, treat, or manage health conditions. These tools merge clinical evidence with digital technology, enable real-time monitoring, behavioral guidance, and adaptive treatment models. Digital therapeutics fits with the framework of precision mental health, which seeks to optimize diagnosis and treatment by integrating data across psychological, biological, and social domains. This model considers not just symptoms reduction, but also the individual's needs, preferences, and life context. Data sources can include validated assessments, self-reports, wearable devices, and passively behavioral data from smartphones and apps. A key concept here is digital phenotyping, which is a real-time quantification of behavior and emotional states using digital signals. For example, a smartphone captures patterns in mobility, communication, and screen use that reflects cognitive and affective functioning. These digital biomarkers offer insight beyond what traditional assessment can measure, allowing more continuous ecological and predictive understanding of mental health. All this data can be structured into a digital twin, a detailed virtual representation of a person that evolves over the time. In healthcare, the digital twins dynamically integrate biological, behavioral, and contextual data to simulate a patient's status and anticipate treatment outcomes. For mental health, digital twins allows clinicians to model the trajectory of symptoms, test different therapeutic scenarios, and personalize care. To be clinically valuable, a digital twin must be individualized, interactive, and continuously updated, incorporating real-time data and environmental inputs. And in this context, AI plays a critical role. AI systems analyze patient data to detect risk patterns, guide decision making, and propose just-in-time intervention. This model can track progress, interpret responses, and update treatment recommendations based on a combination of conversational data, structured inputs, and clinical outcomes. Following this previous research, at Mential, we are building a precision mental health care platform. The platform integrates structured clinical data, artificial intelligence, and digital technology to deliver continuous and personalized therapeutic interventions. The diagnostic process begins with the creation of a digital twin for each patient. This twin is generated from over 1,200 data points, including symptoms, habits, social context, hormonal patterns, preferences, and historical clinical information. The data model employed by the platform are built upon the fast healthcare interoperability resource medical standard, which already identifies the majority of entities necessary for operation and establishes the relationship between them. Our data sources include validated assessment tools like questionnaires, information for different therapeutic resources and therapy sessions, and self-reported health record and medical history. In addition to this declared data, it integrates digital phenotyping inputs from mobile devices, GPS location, call frequency, and screen activity to interpret behavioral and emotional states, and adding the possibility of integrating other wearables. For treatment, the platform includes evidence-based approaches in digital mental health, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, behavioral activation, third wave intervention, positive psychology, and mindfulness protocols that have demonstrated a strong efficacy in treating emotional disorder in women and in digital contexts. The platform includes guided exercise designed and supervised by licensed clinicians, ensuring safety, relevance, and therapeutic value. Our hypothesis is that the use of digital twin in psychology, combined with evidence-based digital interventions, will improve diagnostic precision, treatment adherence, and clinical outcomes, particularly in women. Interventions are personalized based on the patient's digital twin and real-time data, with the system proposing tailored objective, exercise, and recommendation. And this enables not just reactive care, but proactive and preventive intervention, adapting the treatment dynamically as the patient evolves. Unlike traditional models, which rely on assessment, episodic assessment, and retrospective reporting, this approach supports continuous diagnosis and dynamic adaptation. Through a digital twin, the platform captures behavior as it unfolds, enabling early detection of risk and more precise therapeutic targeting. Looking ahead, we are developing a machine learning models that will not only detect current status, but also predict future risk trajectories based on similarities across patient profiles. This will enable us to intervene earlier and more precisely, matching patients with the right resource at the right time. As previous research have shown, um, better outcomes are found when clinical data models are used. To move forward, rigorous clinical validation is required. As a digital therapeutic, it will need to meet the regulatory standard for the European Union. This includes demonstrating safety, efficacy, and reliability through controlled trials, and usability testing and ongoing compliance with the European requirements. And finally, ethical considerations are central. Ensuring data privacy, clinical oversight, and preserving the human dimension of care is essential. The aim is not to replace human therapies, but to empower them with structured, interpretable data and scalable tools to deliver more effective, inclusive, and personalized mental health care for the patients. Thank you so much. We will be happy to answer any questions you have.